Welcome to the FANOMICS podcast. Our FANOMICS experts discuss with top-level executives how they turn their customers into fans.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Bill Dickman. I'm Senior Executive Consultant and Head of International Business at 2HM Forum, based in Mainz, Germany. I'm very much looking forward to this conversation with Mr. Avi Kahn. He is a member of the Executive Board at the HILTI Group, and today we'll be talking to him about how HILTI manages to combine first-class customer relations with best employee relations, and to what extent one is essential for the other. So, Mr. Kahn, Avi, if I may, thank you very much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to our conversation as well.
Excellent. Well, in the book, both the FANOMICS and the FAN principle, HILTI plays or is a core example of the consistent interplay between both customer and employee relationship management. In fact, in our view, HILTI is one of those companies that consistently does an excellent job of anchoring its brand promise to the customer in its corporate culture. So much so that the employees are also what we would deem true fans of HILTI. So thank you very much again for being here. To that end, I do have a number of questions to kick things off. Why don't we just start with the initial one? When we talk about employee relations and we talk about customer relations, how do you see, or how did this close integration of employee and customer management, which is by no means a given matter in today's day-to-day business, how did that actually come about?
Yeah, we, of course, we're happy to be featured in your literature, and thank you for the kind words.
Yeah.
For those that are not familiar with our company, HILTI is a supplier of products, services, and software into the construction industry. And our mission is to make construction better. We want to be our customers' best partner for productivity, safety, and sustainability. As you just said, what's really ingrained in our nearly 84-year history is that strong connection between team member engagement and customer engagement. It really comes from who we are from the very early days of the company. HILTI is a company that's built on innovation with heavily investment into research and development, and at the same time, being a direct sales organization. We go directly to our customers with our more than 10,000 account managers around the world. And that combination allows us to really develop an in-depth understanding of our customers and their needs, and with that, be their best partner for productivity, safety, and sustainability.
Fantastic. In fact, maybe we could even focus on those customer needs. I believe most of our listeners understand that the HILTI's core target group is the construction, or are the construction professionals. How would you say that you succeed or have succeeded in anchoring this thought of understanding central needs and integrating that into the corporate strategy?
Yes, that's exactly true. HILTI targets the professional user, professional contractors around the world. And to be successful in our mission, it's important that we develop an in-depth understanding of our customers, their needs, and the challenge that they face. Nearly 300,000 times every day, we have customer contacts.
Fantastic.
And the insights out of those contacts always lead to the starting point of future innovation. Because what guides us in our innovation is solving customer challenges, is making their life and ultimately their applications and projects better.
Excellent. I'd certainly like to delve, and I will delve in deeper into those touch points or those contexts, as you said, when it comes to innovation, for example. But I would like to back up a little bit and talk about your corporate values. A lot of companies, or maybe I should take a step backwards. Some companies just provide lip service to what they call their corporate values. HILTI does an excellent job of actually integrating and making sure that people understand and live them, if I will, or if I may. But when we talk about HILTI's corporate values of integrity and courage and teamwork and commitment, what role do they actually play in the corporation?
HILTI has a very unique corporate culture. It's the reason not only that many of our 35,000 team members choose to join us, it's time and again in our global employee opinion survey, the reason why they choose to stay for many years, and in many cases even spend their career with us. We invest heavily into developing that corporate culture and maintaining and fostering it over time. Every year, our team members have a chance to pause and reflect as a team and further invest into building their culture as a team, and with that, contribute to building the corporate culture of the organization. And as you just said, the four core values are so central in that culture. We search for value fit when we hire people, and we look for the ability to demonstrate integrity, so doing the right things when nobody's looking, for example, courage, teamwork, and commitment, also in their previous jobs, but also even beyond their roles. And that is something we foster through their entire journey with us.
I'm grinning because that's exactly what one of the things that FANOMICS focuses upon. But if we get even deeper to that corporate culture, one of the goals or one of the aims for the corporate culture is to inform, if not to form, employees and customers into a team that works together and achieves success for both sides. This mutual win-win, if you will. And to that end, I'd like to understand, are there special challenges that need to be considered when doing this?
So we certainly aim to be a great place to work for everyone, everywhere. We want team members that are engaged and are enthusiastic about our mission to make construction better. They truly want to be their customer's best partner, and with that, form exactly that partnership that you are talking about. We really believe that team members that are engaged and committed to what we are trying to achieve will be the best resource for their customers, and that is regardless of their role. The best example of what you're referring to of forming that team together is our frontline team members, be it if they're working in one of our stores, in customer service, the ones that visit construction job sites, in customer offices around the world, or provide design and engineering services. We have so many team members that are engaged in customer contact. And of course, we aim for them to be as engaged and as enthusiastic as possible. And once that's achieved, we want them to have a profound, deep curiosity into the customer's work, the customer's challenges, and then be able, based on the knowledge and training we give them, to match to those challenges and opportunities they see HILTI solutions that help the customers do their job better, safer, on time, and on budget.
Fantastic. It sounds as if it's a playbook, or it's a play out of our book as well, when we talk about matching, understanding the core needs, and finding that appropriate match or fit, if you will. I do want to talk about what you call the HILTI way. I believe that HILTI consciously places a great deal of focus in the company and invests a lot of time and resources on cultural development in what you term the HILTI way. Why do you think these investments pay off so much for you?
Well, we all hear today about the different generations in the workforce and what they look for and what they don't look for. We believe the HILTI way is first and foremost the reason why we enjoy such high retention and such high employee satisfaction. We're consistently ranked as a great place to work, not only in Europe, where we are headquarters, but around the world in many of our geographies in Asia, in the Middle East, and in the Americas. The HILTI way defines the way we interact with each other, the values, as we discussed before, that we work by. And it's also for many of our customers the reason why they choose to place their trust in our brand and why they choose to deal with us. In the end, we really believe that there is a very important link between the engagement and excitement of our team members and the ability to engage customers. You mentioned the links between the way we work at HILTI and some of the FANOMICS framework. I think one important element that we haven't mentioned yet is you talk a lot in FANOMICS about measurements and being data-driven. That is really something that at HILTI we take to heart. We measure our customer satisfaction. We measure the Net Promoter Score to understand where it comes from. And that is what guides our decisions and our actions, not our own beliefs. So also in that area, we really aim to be customer-driven.
That actually fits quite well. I mean, when it comes to NPS and things like that, we believe that understanding the emotional loyalty that's attached through this idea of Fanomics gets an even more detailed look at loyalty or the attachment that someone places, whether they're a customer or whether they're an employee. But that type of measurement's very important. You said we measure satisfaction. We have a very high retention, low fluctuation. This idea of the Hilti way, I wanted to bring it down to actual business numbers as well. Hilti continues to grow steadily, despite an industry that is extremely challenging with challenging circumstances. This idea of the Hilti way, what kind of a contribution do you think that has towards this growth?
It makes a significant contribution. In our current strategy that we call Lead 2030, it will carry us at least until the year 2030. We have elevated the customer experience to the same level of importance as the value proposition. We know that customers choose to deal with us and buy from Hilti because of the strong value proposition behind the hardware, software, and services we provide. We also realize that the customer experience that's driven by the Hilti way is as important to their decisions to buy from Hilti and be loyal to Hilti. And in the end, that leads to our ability to outperform the construction market. That's in the end our goal. Regardless of how the market develops, we want to grow even more, and with that, take a bigger share of the spend that's available to us by providing more value to our customers in the process.
Understood. I wanted to specifically talk about an aspect of, and I think many industries deal with this shortage of skilled workers. In many industries, it's not just the construction side of things, but it's many industries. But how much do you think Hilti feels the challenges posed by a shortage of skilled workers, and these idea, or how much do you think the excellent employee relations that you have help to cushion those types of issues?
There are clearly workforce shortages around the world and across industries, as you just said. At Hilti, we view it in two different ways. First is the external one. It's the challenges our customers face to have the right amount of people to complete their jobs and to ensure those people have the right skills. We believe we can play an important role there by providing technology leading solutions that make job sites safer and more productive, that make careers in construction more interesting for people that are deciding to step into the workforce and are deciding about their future career. It's a huge focus for us when we talk about making our customers productive, safer, and also more sustainable. So that's a really important role we can play in making construction better, making sure there are more people, talented people that we need in the construction industry, which is a very important employer globally, that we are able to attract the talent that's needed and also replace some of the people that are stepping out of the workforce into their well-deserved retirement. At the same time, we at Hilti are not immune to these shortages and skill shortages around the world. That is why building our employer brand, making sure we are truly a great place to work for everyone, everywhere, making diversity, equity, and inclusion prominent in our people strategy is also so important to us as well. We see that we can play an important role for the industry, but that, of course, is built, as we are discussing in this conversation, on our ability to have the talent that we need, engaged and motivated to go out and help our customers.
Absolutely. Wanted to switch gears on this a little bit because you brought up the term innovation, and I think that's an extremely important factor or aspect for growth and just being in the business that you're in. Fan employees and fan customers, we believe, also have a great potential as co-developers, if you will, of innovative processes, services, products. To what degree do you feel that at Hilti as well?
Yeah, we certainly do. And I think in Fanomics, there are many good principles. One of those that really appealed to me personally is the concept of fans and using the analogy of sports fans that are certainly, in many cases, very passionate about the sports and maybe even the particular sports team that they choose. And how can one bring that into an employer-employee relationship or a customer relationship, be it a B2B or a B2C, I think it's a very, very appealing concept and certainly a very aspirational target to aspire towards. At Hilti, we believe that if we take the right steps, our employees will become fans of the brand, and the best proof is their decision, their choice to stay with us. As a company that's built on innovation, the research and development activities that happen are critical to our success, and we encourage people to have the courage to leave the circle of habit, to celebrate failing forward and learning along the way. And many times, our teams that are engaged in research and development work on several solutions in parallel and collaborate in between, living our value of teamwork. And with that, knowing that perhaps only one solution will in the end cross the finish line and make it to the customer on the construction side, but we will all win and we will all succeed. We do the same in market reach. We do the same in operational excellence. In fact, we have 3 rewards in the company to celebrate innovation in hardware, in operational excellence, and also in market reach to encourage our people to think beyond the day-to-day routines that they have and beyond the obvious and innovate ways that are in the end better for our customer.
Excellent. Well, I'm grinning because I think without patting ourselves on the back too much, it's extremely impressive what Hilti has gone through. And I think the way that you focus on a lot of the aspects that you'll find in the FANOMICS book is very enlightening. I'm not going to let you get away without answering a few questions and gazing into the crystal ball, if you will, into the future. Just a few questions towards that, and that is, where do you think Hilti will be in 10 years? In 10 years, Hilti will be and if I were to ask you to fill in the blank, how would that sentence be ended? In 10 years, Hilti will be
In 10 years, Hilti will first still be here. And that is something that's important to our team members and to our customers. We can look back on our nearly 84 years of history as a family-owned, financially stable, and independent company that our customers and team members can equally rely on. But given that, I believe that in 10 years, we will be an even stronger partner to the construction industry, not only in our products and services that are primarily hardware driven, but also in software, because we have learned that to be the true partner for productivity to our customers, we also need to be their partner to improve their business processes. And that is why we have made a step into software. And I believe in 10 years, that will play an even bigger role in our ability to make construction better and be our customers' best partner for productivity.
That leads me actually into the next question, and that is, in 10 years, again, looking into the crystal ball, in 10 years, the construction business or construction sites as we know them today will be, how would you fill in that blank?
We certainly want to play a role in the construction sites becoming safer. And I believe they will in 10 years because the attention to safety topics on job sites around the world that I had the pleasure to visit in so many different markets that we operate in will continue to increase. I also believe construction sites will become increasingly digital and with that more productive. And we certainly intend to play a role in that. And they will become more efficient by using prefabrication, by using other methodologies that will allow our customers to be more productive. Construction sites and construction as an industry plays a very important role in all of our lives. It addresses the most basic human need of a roof over our head, a school for our children, a hospital when we have that need. And that is why we are so excited to play that role, that in 10 years, the sites will be safer, done in a more sustainable way, and also more productive for our customers.
Great. Getting back to the idea of employees as fans. In 10 years, the topic of turning employees to fans how would you end that sentence?
I believe it will nearly be a must. I think the fight for talent will only continue. I believe that the employees of today and also of the future are as informed as they have ever been and are really looking for companies where they can identify with the mission and the purpose of the company, They want, in many cases, to see that the company does more than create impact for the market and for its customers, but also does its share to make the planet a better place, to contribute to society. And that is what it takes to make employees fans. So while the expectations might rise, I'm also very optimistic that companies that get it right will actually be able to engage those team members and turn them into fans.
Excellent. In fact, maybe you've answered the next question. That's my final question to you. And again, looking into the crystal ball, but in 10 years, this idea of creating purpose, creating a meaning at HILTI, that will stand for what?
We don't take changing our purpose very lightly. For many years, we talked about passionately creating enthusiastic customers and building a better future. And that purpose served us well for many years. It fits very much into the conversation we are having.
Right.
But a couple of years ago, with our current strategy, we decided to go even deeper and even more specific by saying that our purpose is to make construction better for all the reasons that I've shared in our conversation today. So to be honest, if I had a crystal ball, I would say that in 10 years, that purpose will probably still be with us, because the industry as such will remain important for all of us. And the opportunity to make it even better will probably still be in front of us as well.
Excellent. Well, here we are, 25 minutes later. I'd like to thank you, Avi. Thank you very much for this, for me, a personally enjoyable, very enjoyable, and extremely insightful interview and the view into the HILTI world. It was a pleasure to have you as a guest, and I'd like to wish you all the best. Do you have any questions to me?
Oh, thank you very much for having me. I've also enjoyed the conversation. I really hope that the exchange has helped you and the mission in FANOMICS, but that it also helps your viewers and your listeners as they try to deploy some of your principles in their own organization.
I'm sure it does. It's been extremely insightful. And again, thank you. Thank you very much.